In the first part of this video, we'll be breaking down the tools and techniques, and in the second, we'll be breaking down exactly how to create a stylized image from something you see. Stylization is about discovering your unique visual language, your preferences, your tendencies, your natural rhythm. It's about learning what you love to draw and how you naturally choose to interpret the world. And through that process, you begin to uncover what we chase as artists, your true style. Let's get started. Let's first look at our tools and materials. I'll be using a variety of pastel materials. I'll be using pan pastels for a soft painterly blend, pastel pencils for controlled detail and precision. I'll be experimenting with different papers and surfaces, beginning today with a soft blue sheet from the Strathmore Natural Toned Pastel Pad. It's a 24-page collection, ideal for both layering and fine details. In this first drawing, I'm working with a fairly limited palette, soft pinks, white, maroon, and hints of green. Keeping the colours restrained allows the focus to remain on form, flow, and expression rather than realism. It's fascinating how just a few shifts in the way we draw, how we exaggerate a shape, simplify a curve, or even choose our lines can completely transform the look of something. That shift is often where our personal style begins to emerge. It's what makes your art feel distinct and memorable, because the goal here isn't perfection, it's intention. In this piece, I was aiming for a more graphic, symbolic interpretation of cherry blossoms. Something that feels like it could be part of a textile print, maybe even a vintage kimono design. That's why I chose in this particular drawing to leave the background blank. I wanted the image to stand out on its own, evocative of a sort of traditional Japanese wood print, where nature is often expressed like elegant visual poetry. I truly believe that drawing the same thing repeatedly is one of the fastest ways to grow as an artist. Yes, it can feel a bit repetitive at first, even boring, but it's in this intentional repetition that breakthrough happens. And there's science to support that. Research in deliberate practice shows that targeted, repeated exercises help build mental models that lead to mastery. When you draw the same subject over and over, you start to understand not just that subject, but yourself, your preferences, your tendencies, and even your limitations. So if it gets a bit repetitive to you, try changing it up. How about changing up the angles and the compositions, your materials and surfaces, the style? Go from tight and realistic to loose and expressive. Soon you'll notice patterns. Maybe you'll always gravitate towards certain shapes, or favor pastel pencils over sticks or gouache over acrylic. But then you can choose to break those habits when needed, which is exactly how your style begins to emerge. As promised, I have a second stylized cherry blossom drawing to share with you today. And this time we're going to add a background. To avoid overthinking the drawing or becoming too precious with the blossoms, I'm starting with the background first. That way I'm committed, and it gives the artwork a different feel right from the beginning. I'll be using a similar color palette as before, which is listed in the description below. I'm using pan pastels, and of course once again I'm reaching for my pastel pencils, because they give me sharp control and precision when I need it. In the first part of this video, we explored tools and techniques. Now we're really going to look at what it takes to stylize a drawing. Number 1, observe before you distort. Before stylizing anything, we need to understand it. Spend a moment really looking at the object. In this case, for the Sakura, the cherry blossom, notice its 5 delicate petals. It's soft and almost heart-shaped. The stamen itself shoots from the center of the blossom. Now ask yourself, what's essential about this blossom? What makes it instantly recognizable? Hold on to that. That's the foundation. Step 2. Simplify the form. Stylization is about reducing reality into shapes, rhythms and patterns. Instead of drawing every vein or every shadow, think of your blossom in the terms of forms. A soft circle with 5 notched edges and a radial center. Then, step 3, what we want to do is exaggerate or minimize. This is where magic and stylization begins. Do you want the petals to look a little more whimsical? Do you want them to look more curved? Do you want a graphic logo type look? Do you want symmetry and bold lines? Or do you want something dreamlike? You could try soft glowing edges and a pastel palette. Here's a key tip. Stylization is never random. It's a deliberate choice to tell your story or convey a feeling. Step 4. Choose a color to tell your story. My palette leans towards delicate pink shades with touches of green and maroon. So let's say that stylization is as much about color as it is about shape. Think about this. Do you want your colors to be more harmonious or contrasting? Playful and bright or soft and quiet? For this drawing, the background reflects the colors of the Sakura. Let's move on to step 5. Use line and texture deliberately. With pastel, I can choose how sharp or how smudgy my lines are. I might use a crisp pencil to outline the petals or blend the edges for a hazy, atmospheric feel. Ask yourself, should this feel hand-drawn and loose or clean and controlled? For this one, I wanted a feel of more control rather than loose. And this is where intention shines. Part 6. Composition choices. In this piece, I'm placing the Sakura blossom in the center of the page. Often we'll avoid putting the subject directly in the middle, but here it works. It makes it bold. So don't be afraid to break the rules as long as you understand why you're doing it. Step 7. Emotion and voice. This drawing has a gentle daylight feel compared to the dramatic version I'll be creating in my last video in this series. So this feel wasn't an accident. It came from the materials I used and the choices I made. Softer tones, tight edges, and a matching background. Emotionally for me, this feels like springtime. Hopeful, calm, bright. Ask yourself, what do you want someone to feel when they see this? That's the heart of stylization. So, stylization isn't just about making things look cool. It teaches us about decision making, clarity, abstraction, and confidence. It sharpens our perceptions and pushes us to make every stroke mean something. Have you ever tried this before? What was your biggest aha moment from doing it? And what did you find your preference was? Did you find you preferred boldness or softness? What did you learn? Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next installment in this series, another somewhat moody Sakura. Remember, perfection isn't the goal. It's what you're trying to express through the drawing. Keep drawing, keep noticing, and keep discovering your voice. Wishing you so much love. Peace.